guys, this is Kristen from Inspired Wedding Planner, and in today's video we're going to talk about one of the most debated questions in wedding planning, and that is, should you use real flowers or fake flowers? But before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, ring the bell, give me a thumbs up, and stay tuned for more wedding planning videos. So one of the greatest debates when wedding planning is deciding whether you should use real flowers or fake flowers. And this can be a little bit based on what your personal preference is. Some people say that it's cheaper to go with fake flowers, but to be honest, if you want to get nice flowers that still look real and aren't frayed along the edges, you're probably going to spend about the same amount as buying real flowers. It's really based on what you want, what you like. There's a few different things to think about when choosing. You can try to mix and match with some real flowers, mix with some fake flowers, but really you just need to look at your prices, price match, look at different places where you can get your flowers, real and fake, and just decide based on how they look, what the cost is, and decide for yourself if you want to go the real or the fake route. Just a few things to think about. If you want to do flowers for your centerpieces, you might want to think about the fact that the centerpieces are going to be on the middle of every single table and your guests are just going to be looking at them because they're right in front of them. So you will want to decide if fake flowers will look too tacky, or if you think that fresh flowers, you want to have that aroma and just that really fresh feel. If you're worried about being too tacky, I actually have another video which I will put up here, either side, and you can go check out that video about whether it'd be tacky to use fake flowers. Another thing to think about is your bouquets. You might want the bridal bouquet to be real flowers, but then you could do fake flowers for the bridesmaids. There's different ways to go about it. You may want to preserve your bouquet, and if you don't want to take the chance that drying out a fresh flower bouquet could turn into a disaster, and you want to actually have something you can keep for a long time, you might want to go with an artificial bouquet. Some people like to put flowers on their wedding cake, and there are a few things to think about there. Some flowers are actually toxic, and you should not ingest them. So, not that you're going to eat the flowers, but if anything from the flower gets on the frosting, there's just things to think about there. So you will need to discuss that with your cake baker, and they can help you make that decision. If you want to see a list of all of the best flowers to use that are food safe, you can go to inspiredweddingplanner.com/flowers and see my list of flowers that you can use. Otherwise, your cake baker will also need to make sure that there's a barrier in between where your cake is and where your flowers will be. Another thing to think about is a lot of brides like to put flowers in their hair, so they like to do like a floral crown, or they'll just put like a single flower up here on the side. You want to think about how that's going to last throughout the day, especially if you're doing an outdoor ceremony. Maybe you're only going to wear it for the ceremony. But if the sun is blazing and you need to think about how the flowers are going to deal with that, if they're going to wilt, if they're going to start turning brown. So it might be better to go with artificial, but just test out your options. Make sure you ask your florist, or if you're going to like a floral center or somewhere local, just ask them what their opinion is on that and if they think that will work. A great option to consider is mixing fake flowers with real flowers. So maybe you want to have your bouquets and all that stuff be real flowers, but your centerpieces and boutonnieres and corsage and all that could be fake flowers, or vice versa. You just have to weigh out what you like and what you don't like, and what your budget can handle, and so forth. So I hope this video was helpful. Please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're thinking. Maybe if you went and researched this, what your florist said, what your cake baker said, and just what your ideas are for how you would handle the great debate of fake flowers versus real flowers. So again, if you'd like more information on this topic, go to inspiredweddingplanner.com/flowers, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video.